Hey, what's going on, guys? This is a question that I got a while ago. I haven't really got to it, but I'm going to address it now. One of those dog days of summer. A couple more weeks before I have to start to get ready to go back to teaching. So, I don't know. I'm going to spend the last couple of weeks getting to some of the questions that I got. So this question was, they wanted my take on the whole idea of men having a problem with women making more than men. Now, do certain men have a problem? Yeah, because we're talking about control. So I'm not going to say that it doesn't happen. All I'm going to do is try to provide additional reasoning so that people can get maybe a different perspective on this issue. Here's how I see it. Growing up as men, we all have our, dreams and fantasies about what we want our lives to be, whether it's living on a farm or having a mansion with all sorts of exotic cars out front. But when we have those dreams, we never really factor in what our wives are doing. So we don't say, well, I'm going to be an athlete and my wife's going to be a supermodel and, we're going to pool our resources together and I'm going to have this lifestyle. We don't really think along those lines. What we want is typically a function of what we can do. And that's including, having the chicks there. It's like, we have our dreams of what we want, and of course there may be a woman, in the picture. But we never really factor in, how much she's bringing to the table. All we want her to do is, be cute, be, submissive, be respectful. We're never saying we want her to have this degree or make this amount of money. So our dreams aren't reliant upon their money. So as a guy, hearing that a woman makes more or has her own money is almost like a weight off my shoulders, because I'm that much closer to getting my lifestyle, because I'm not necessarily worrying about paying for her. She can contribute, so my dreams should be a little bit easier. So I'm not sure, at least for me, where there'd be a problem in that. We have to remember women think differently. The whole idea of a man making less is more of an issue for them, because their future goals and, their fantasies in terms of their lifestyle is always based off of what the man is doing as well, regardless of whatever they're doing. From my knowledge, typically a woman's lifestyle is very much predicated on what the man's doing, regardless of how educated she is. That's why you have this whole idea of women making great money, but wanting men making more or equal, but always slightly a little bit more. Because their dreams are still put on the shoulders of what the man's doing. Why? Because women, I don't care, where she's from, always like the idea of being taken care of. Always like the idea of having the option to scale it back, maybe, be the quote-unquote full-time mother, or just, really scale it back. So in her dreams, there are always a man, and what he does will always be a factor, because he's a security blanket. So if she's $1 million woman, she's definitely going to have at least a $2 million type dream, $2 million type fantasy, which is, markedly different from where we are. Right? If I have $2 million fantasies, well, I better be a $2 million man. And realistically, I probably need to be a $3 million man, because I'm not factoring in how much money my wife's bringing to the table. Even with men and women roughly making the same, in my opinion, I still wouldn't do it. Right? Because then you have issues with control. I don't see myself doing the whole marriage thing, but even in a relationship, I would never create a lifestyle that is based off of our combined incomes. It's always going to be based off of mine. Now, we can use hers towards savings, but I would never create a lifestyle that incorporates both. It's too much problems. And that goes against my dreams and my aspirations. It's very dangerous to do. So, I know this isn't, the official viewpoint, of men, but I really think that, there's more to the story. It's not just men have a problem with it. Some do, of course, but if you really break it down and you think about it, I don't really think that a lot of men, grow up as kids and young adults and think about their future and what they want their lives to be, and they're worried about how much their wives are making or how much their girlfriends are making. To me, it's just, an added luxury to know that, I don't really have to pay so much for your end of the bargain. So I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel. Take it easy. God bless.